Over the years, the genre of science fiction has changed a lot, especially space sci-fi movies. We analyzed Star Wars 4: A New Hope from 1977 and the remake of Star Trek that was released in 2009. Obviously, computer-generated images have advanced a tremendous amount since 1977, as well as production and development of movies. Larger changes occurred as well that reflect a change in the society from which it was produced. For example, in Star Wars, affection and sensuality are hardly shown. The most that is presented to the viewer is a simple peck on the cheek from Leia to Luke.
I only wish Ben were here.
In Star Trek, the main character Jim Kirk is often shown checking out other women and even hooks up with a weird green alien girl.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I don't suppose you do.
Hello, ladies. Taking the test again.
You gotta be kidding.
Yeah, tomorrow morning, and I want you there.
You know, I've got better things to do than watch you embarrass yourself for a third time. I'm a doctor, Jim. I'm busy.
Bones, it doesn't bother you that no one's ever passed the test.
Jim, it's the Kobayashi Maru. No one passes the test, and no one goes back for seconds, let alone thirds.
I gotta study.
Study my ass.
Jim, I think I love you.
That is so weird.
Lights. Did you just say that is so weird?
Yeah, I did, but
You don't love me too?
my roommate. I thought you said she was gone for the night.
Obviously she's not. Quick, you've got to just get into bed. Look, just get what
This major difference exemplifies the idea that our society has become accustomed to displays of sensual nature and that the society of 1977 was much less welcoming to sexual behavior in films. Another major difference is the nature of the villains. In Star Wars, the villain is the Empire and Darth Vader. They represent a communist society where all individuals are equal and under the control of a select few.
The Death Star plans are not in the main computer.
Where are those transmissions you intercepted? What have you done with those plans?
We intercepted no transmissions. This is a consular ship. We're on a diplomatic mission.
If this is a consular ship, where is the ambassador? Commander, tear this ship apart until you found those plans and bring me the passengers. I want them alive.
In Star Trek, however, a single villain called Nero and his band of followers seek revenge upon the Federation for destroying their planet by mistake. This reflects modern society, where small terrorist groups are the main fear as they seek to instill terror in the public as a form of revenge.
This craft.
Who's your commander? Is it him?
I will speak for Captain Nero.
Then ask Captain Nero. What gives him the right to attack a Federation vessel? B-04. Where are you from? Sir, they locked on our signal.
The Empire from Star Wars could represent the presence of communist countries that were growing in the 70s, such as Vietnam, and Nero represents the terrorist insurgent groups of modern day. This shows a change in our society in accordance to foreign events and policy. Finally, there have been many advances in science and technology over the 32 years. In Star Wars, much of the conflict involved an ancient religion or belief system called the Force. Only those who believed in it could access it and its powers.
Use the Force, Luke. Let go, Luke.
The force is strong in this one.
Luke, trust me.
You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home. Stand by. Stand by.
In Star Trek, however, many events and weapons are based on realistic science and calculations.
Except, the thing is, even if I believed you, right, where you're from, what I've done, which I don't, by the way, you're still talking about beaming aboard the Enterprise while she's traveling faster than light without a proper receiving pad. Get off there! It's not a climbing frame. The notion of transwarp beaming is like trying to hit a bullet with a smaller bullet whilst wearing a blindfold, riding a horse. What's that?
Your equation for achieving transwarp beaming.
Get out of it. Imagine that. It never occurred to me to think of space as the thing that was moving.
The progression from a faith-based energy, such as the Force in Star Wars, to the scientific and mathematical approach to overcoming problems represents our society's shift from relying solely on religion to explain the world around us to the utilization of modern technology and calculations to explain our entire universe. Through critical analysis of 1977's Star Wars and 2009's Star Trek, we have seen a reflection of the changes in our society and the impact it has on the science fiction genre.